everybody! Welcome to Late Nights with the Fam. You guys don't know me, my name is Flaka and
Carlos.
If you guys want to know what's going on, stay tuned. So, I have gotten many emails about this situation, and now we're going to do a podcast because we need to do that. Especially us that have been together for how many years, sir?
Almost 20 years.
Almost 20 years. So I think we know enough to answer you guys' questions. I know a lot of people ask all this time these questions. So we're going to actually answer you guys. And we're going to make it into a little habit of doing a podcast. Yes, my husband is in New York and I am in Texas. But he's going to be included because he knows me so much and I know him and he's going to understand what we're trying to say. So, cheers, everybody. Have a drink. Let's go. Okay, so, you want to ask the first question or do you want me to ask?
Okay, I'll ask the first one. So, a lot of people want to know is it okay to stay in a relationship if you're no longer in love with your partner?
Okay, that's a good one. If you guys didn't hear him, he said, is it okay to stay in a relationship if you're no longer in love with your partner? Okay, do you want to answer first or do you want me to answer?
You answer.
Okay, so I think you shouldn't stay with a person just because sometimes the couples, they forget that there was love before. So now, if you guys are not in love with each other but are used to each other, I don't think it's right. Or stay because of the kids, or stay because you want to just have the perfect couple. There is no perfect couple. There is no perfect family. We all have flaws. And if you don't love that person, you shouldn't stay with that person. You should just let them be free. Because you're hurting yourself and you're hurting that person. So, no. You guys shouldn't stay together because you're no longer in love. You have to go and find your own love. You, sir. Your turn.
The same question, or are you going to ask me?
You can answer the same question if you want.
Well, yeah, I think the same thing like you said. Sometimes, couples forget that no matter what, that they should come first before anything and anyone. We're too busy sometimes, with everything else and work and things like that. So, I know there was a reason that you guys fell in love or whatever, but people could, I guess, fall out of love. I don't know, things happen, people grow or whatever things change, so I don't think that you should stay also with someone if you're really not in love with them. Like you said, sometimes you gotta go and find your love. Sometimes it's not even about finding somebody else. Maybe it's just about finding yourself again, or finding what you really want, which could be maybe even sometimes just be by yourself and doing what you love, or just loving yourself first. So there's a lot of, I don't know, things that could come into play for that. So, yeah.
All right, Mr. Carlos. Your turn. What are your thoughts on an open relationship? Can they work? This is the big one.
I don't think so. I think that's just kind of like the same thing as the first question. People just being selfish, like, trying to find an excuse to just, maybe just do whatever, is that they want to do with, and they trying to keep the other person's still around or whatever for whatever reasons or for their own personal reasons. So, like I said, being selfish in a way. So, well, from my perspective, I don't think so. Maybe if they both are agreeing on that or whatever. But for the most part, I always see that always eventually, sooner or later, it's like a problem. It's gonna create a problem. It's gonna be a problem, and it's gonna be something that's just gonna be an issue eventually. That's gonna be brought up in a way or another. So I don't think so.
Okay, so I want to answer as well. I don't think so either, because if you want to have an open relationship, why would you have a relationship? Just break up. Just be single and do whatever you need to do. If you have an open relationship, you have no respect for each other, okay? And you're looking for something to keep yourself in. So no, I do agree with you, Mr. Carlos. Great job. Next question, number 3.
Is it ever acceptable to cheat on your partner?
No, it is not acceptable. Absolutely not. Sometimes it could be confusion. Sometimes it could be, I guess, you think that person doesn't love you, or you think that the person cheat on you, so you try to do something else. But no, it is not acceptable to cheat. 100%. You?
Yeah, of course. I think the same way. Like, if you cheat on somebody, then you just don't love them or respect them. Love them or respect them enough to, either break it off first or just whatever. Let them know or have that communication to let them know something was going on or something needs to be done or something needs to be brought up and whatever. So, yeah, I don't think it's acceptable at all either because, it's just, like I said again, it's something selfish that it shows that you're not loving or like have that respect for that person. So why even, bother being with somebody?
Absolutely. Number 4.
I read it or you read it?
You!
It's my turn?
Yes.
Oh, I thought I read the other one.
No, I read the cheat one.
Should you tell your partner if you cheat on them?
Yes. You should tell your partner. Because if there's something or... okay, first of all, let's get the rules straight. Cheating is talking to somebody that is not your husband or your partner.
Like, what is exactly considered cheating?
Cheating is having a conversation with somebody. How do I explain it? Cheating is thinking about having somebody else there because you feel empty. That's cheating. Flirting with people, that's cheating. The people to flirt with you and you accept it, that's cheating. Like I said, we're not perfect, so that is considered cheating, I think. And yes, you should tell your partner, even if it hurt him, that you cheated. And obviously having intercourse, right?
Obviously. Yeah, but I do think that too. If you're giving somebody like your attention or whatever, like you said, whether it's like talking to them or accepting like their comments or whatever, especially now with all the social media and all these people just wanting to feel love or accepted or liked or whatever. But one thing is people writing to you, whatever, but once you engage in something, like give them their attention and their time and, engaging in the conversation, even from that, and the flirting, like you said, and all of that kind of involves cheating. Sometimes people think it's only like you said, intercourse or whatever, but if you're not respecting your partner in that way either, then that is also constituted as cheating.
Absolutely. Number 5. It is possible to be friends with an ex. Especially you, that you had crazy ex. His stories are crazy.
I don't know. That's a tough one just because I don't know. I don't think so. But after like you find someone like the person that you really want to be with or whatever, nothing else like really and no one else matters. I don't know if like to the extent to be friends, but in the sense of I don't know, maybe like if you I don't know, see somebody or whatever, or be like it's like I don't know, you don't see them in that way anymore, I guess, or I don't know, but probably not, just because of the fact that it just depends on how will you make your partner feel. Maybe you just might not care, but maybe your partner might still feel a certain way about it anyway. So, probably not.
Absolutely not. If I broke up with you, it's for a reason and I don't want to be your friends. Simple as that. No, do not be ex's friends, okay? Ex's friends become problems. And yes, I would have a problem too if he was friends with his ex. We actually had a situation, remember? I gave birth to my first child and we were at the mall and we were in Gap. And I always remember this. And this girl came up to me and said, "Oh my God, your baby's so cute." What happened, Mr. Carlos?
You were like, what the hell is she touching, like looking at my daughter or whatever, while letting her,
He's very nice. I didn't say that. I'm saying, why is this bitch next to us? Who the fuck is this? Exactly like that. Listen, I was hormonal. I just had her. She was what? 1 month, right?
She was like maybe.
And when she went to say bye, he was like, "Okay, bye," because I was gonna cut her face off. Let me tell you, I'm not easy. Number 6, Mr. Carlos.
Should you change who you are for your partner?
That's a big one. You have to think about what you're gonna say.
You have to answer.
Oh my bad. First of all, you could change. Not. Absolutely not. I've been like this since he knows me, and he knows me for a very long time. He knows me more than 20 years. He knows me for a very long time, and I've been the same person. Should you mature will be the answer. Yes, people mature and they become more, I guess, not childish because you were already an adult, but you don't change who you are. And he knows me. I'm the way I am since he ever known me and since he know me before. This is me, and like I tell you guys see me, this is me here, outside, anywhere else. No, you shouldn't change who you are, but you should be a grown up, grow up, but still be you. Don't be scared of being you. Yes, sir.
Well, yes. I think that up to a certain extent, like you said, we mature and we change. But I don't think you should completely change who you are, like the essence of who you are, because I mean, when your partner fell in love with you, they fell in love with you or they liked you for a reason and you were a certain way. So, I mean, we grew up, yes, like you said, we mature and we adapt, we like adjust certain things. But in essence, we kind of, always have to stay true to who we are because our partners also, like I said, they know us in that way. Like they fell in love with us for the way that we were. So we cannot completely change who we really are. We could adjust, mature, change certain things. Sometimes, maybe adapt to certain situations or whatever for the better of, your couple of family. But at the same time, you always keep your essence. Should keep your essence because if you're not also being you, being like comfortable in your skin and with who you are, and you cannot be that person with your partner, then it's also gonna be a problem.
I totally agree with you. Okay, so your turn.
Should couples have access to each others' phones as social media accounts?
That's a tricky question because if you trust the person, you do not need to be checking his phone. First of all, yes, you could do that. You could, have it if you want to, but if you trust each other, you shouldn't be searching or looking for something because when you search for stuff, it's because you manifest what you think you're gonna find. And the person's not doing anything, but you become stressed, anxious. And if you're in a relationship and you have that in your relationship, it's not gonna last. You guys always ask me about my husband. What does he say about YouTube content? He really doesn't care because I'm just being me. I'm not hiding who I am. This is who I am. If you guys know, I'm always like this and he doesn't say anything. I do get very annoyed when people disrespect because, like I said, when you say certain things or when you send some things, it's disrespectful. And I never show you guys disrespect. So if you have no trust in your life, in your partner, then something is wrong. Because usually that's not good. But if you trust him, you shouldn't be looking for anything because you're not going to find anything. You're just going to find yourself depressed, anxiety, stress, and you're going to get older and it's not going to work. Right?
Yeah. Well, I guess, if you have, like I said, a good relationship, you got nothing to hide. It shouldn't be an issue in the first place. Like, whether they could have your phone or have access to your phone or not, whatever. But, like you said, if you keep, sometimes looking, or whatever, it's like you're stressed sometimes yourself out. So, I don't know. Like, you have some trust. You trust, your partner or whatever. It shouldn't be an issue. Like, if they...
So, in a way, he says yes. That's all he's trying to say. Yes. You could just say it. Okay, last question of the night, and this was the last question because everybody was like crazy about it. Is it fair for one partner to have significantly more power in the relationship than the other?
I answer?
Yes, you answer.
Is it fair to one partner to have significantly more power in the relationship than the other?
Well, yes.
I think it's not so much a thing of power. I just sometimes think that is a thing of, like, roles. When you have a partnership, when you have a marriage and everything, everybody should know their roles. Everybody should know what works. Everybody's different. All couples are different. What might work for some couples might not work for some others. That's the problem, that people sometimes want to cookie cutter everything. Just life is just not like that. We all different. So all couples are different. So I think that in certain situations, maybe, the guy might have or might have to have more control in certain things. But then in some other situations, the woman should also have a certain level of, more control over certain things. And it's just the way things are because, especially in the world we live in now, where all this feminist and all this,
yes.
LGBTQ plus whatever, it's like everything is just crazy. But like in the reality, men and women were just different and for a reason. Like, we play different roles. We do different things differently. We
Absolutely.
think differently, but that's, the same thing that also makes us come together and build from that. Like I said, so I think that it just depends in that situation. So it's just what works for your. It was what works. I think it's what works for your marriage or for your partnership or whatever.
For your relationship.
For your relationship. At certain times, the guy has to have more power for a certain role, for a certain thing. And at certain times, the woman as well. And it might be like one person is just more like stronger will, stronger character than the other. Or sometimes you might even butt heads. But, at the same time, sometimes maybe people see it from the outside, but maybe a woman might like that. Sometimes a guy might like the woman to be more in control of certain things or more in power. So just do whatever works for you, for your relationship. Like a lot of people, everything is just worrying about the outside, what people say, what people think, how other, like you said, perfect couples supposedly look, but everything is just different for everyone.
Well, there's no perfect couple, and
Exactly.
It has to be. I learned myself. It has to be a balance. So yes, sometimes the guys have more power, but we're talking about financial power because I don't know anything about finance. I have more power in the house. He has more power in the financial. You teach each other to complement each other. You're like a puzzle. If you're here and it doesn't fit, then you guys are not going to be in a relationship. It's going to be an impossible relationship. But if you have power from something else and he has power and you guys combine that power, you'll be a whole, right? So I do think that guys should have some power as well as women. I know guys, because they're men, they want to have the power, but sometimes it's overwhelming for women to feel that person trying to make or change them. My husband tries to push me because I'm so used to him dealing with everything. And I have learned, actually, since I moved to Texas and you're there, I had to understand that it's not only him. Before we were like this, inseparable. Now that he's over there and I'm over here, I have learned to do things that I wasn't supposed to be able to do. Like over there, we used to do food shopping together. I have to do it by myself. I have learned to just also understand that I do have power too. And I can shop, and I could shop good. Because I used to shop before, and I used to spend everything. Like, oh, babe, how much was it? Oh, it was only $3.25. But we're talking about few items. But now I could really shop, and I never understood the value of money. My husband always teaches me that, but I'm like, whatever. If I like it, I buy it. But now I'm very, I think about it. Like, should I get that? Should I need that? I do not need that. I don't need that cream that is $60. I need this one that is the same thing. And people go and just, I guess, you guys both complement each other. That's the thing. So everybody has to have a power, not only the guy. It's 50-50. So I hope you guys like our podcast. I'm very excited because I have a lot of questions, and this question's always been asked. I have many questions that's going to come by, but we wanted to start this because I know you guys were asking, and I don't have time to be answering you guys because, like I said, I'm running 2 businesses. I'm running the house. I'm doing with the kids, and I spend time with him. And it's just, I wanted us to answer. I hope you guys like our video. I hope if you guys need any more questions, and if you guys want to give me suggestions for next week's podcast, let me know in the comments down below. Remember, comment, like, and share. Don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Share with everybody, know your friends. Remember to add me to Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, everything, guys, and everywhere. I have so many social medias. Just go down below. Everything is gonna be down below. What did you think?
Well, yeah, it was pretty good. Everything was good.
So, guys, thank you guys so much for your amazing questions. We're looking forward to more questions. If you guys want different topics, just write them down below. We're on it, okay? And here is unfiltered, okay? This is just the beginning, okay? So, I love you guys so much. Bye!